What's up, guys? It's McNulty here. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are all doing well. It is time for the Tower of Magic once again. So we have another chance to climb this horrible mountain. And on top of that, we have got a couple of new heroes in the portal. So of course, we're going to go ahead and have a look at them today. So we have got two brand new 5-star heroes in the Tower Summon. And it seems like we are going like full ethnic, like we're going all over the world, Indian, Asian, American. So this Tower of Magic, man, they're a global tower, that's for sure. So we're going to start off with the face of the new magic summon, which is Vaishali. So let's start off with having a look at this lovely lady. So she is a holy hero. Of course, she's a 5-star, as I've said, and you can see there's 5 stars. She is of the cleric class as well. So she gets the mana shield, which is an awesome talent, because she gets a chance to resist any negative mana effects, and effects that prevent the use of special skills. So really good talent class for Vaishali. She is of the magic family as well, so in case you are not quite up to speed on the magic family, they get a bonus for 1, 2, or 3 heroes, which is a 50, 75%, or 100% chance to cast plus 5 mana generation stack on a random ally when they cast their special skill. It is just for a random ally, but it is still pretty damn useful. So yeah, it does come in handy sometimes. Now she gets this all-important stack, which is a trademark of the new Magic Family heroes. So when they cast their special skill, all enemies get negative 5% mana generation stack. If the special skill's fully charged, they get 2 stacks. An enemy can have up to 5 stacks. So that passive is really frustrating. And I mean, there was a lot of kickback on it originally, but then we've got some other super overpowered heroes. So you know what? The Magic Family deserves something strong. And I do like that stack on the special, and I think you can manage it if you're attacking against them. So that is what they get. She gets this other passive, so she gets a 50% chance to give 10% mana to all allies. If the special skill's fully charged, the chance is 100%. Now, we have seen this with some of the other Magic Family heroes. This is definitely the best passive that you can get with the Magic Family heroes. So it's all about mana. I mean, she's going to be giving a 5% mana stack. She's negative mana stack. And she's got a 50% chance to give 10% mana to all allies. So yeah, you couldn't really want much more. And on top of that, the cleric class, fantastic start for Vashally. Now, in terms of the stats, pardon me, let's just switch off the max power preview for 1 sec. We're looking at 939 on the attack, 945 on the defense, and 1705 on the health. So a very respectable team power of 956. It's not like blow your mind out of this world crazy like we've seen with some of the other heroes, but she's going to be able to hold her own. Now, her special skill is the Pawns of Divinity. As you can see, she loves her chess for some reason. I mean, yeah, fair, that's fine. It's just, it's strange, but it's fine. So the Pawns of Divinity is a magic speed special, which means that you've got 2 charges. The first mana charge is running at about just faster than fast speed, so you can charge it in 6 tiles in 2 tile matches, so like very fast speed. The second one is at slow speed, so just a little bit slower than slow speed. I think it's like 12 point something tiles, but yeah, basically with the right troop you can charge it in 4 tile matches. Now, the first part of the special, at first charge, all allies will regenerate 594 HP over 3 turns. All allies get plus 30% attack for 3 turns. And importantly, cleanses status ailments from all allies. So we had in Ray an extremely fast dispel. So the burn damage, the negative defense, and the dispel. Now we've got a super duper fast cleanse in Vaishali. It's not the first time that we've seen this kind of effect. There is another hero that does pretty much exactly the same thing, but with a lower HP regen, and that is. I've forgotten his name now. Quartz. I think I've got him actually somewhere. I haven't even leveled him. He'll be somewhere down here. Hang on. Yeah, Quartz. Yeah, he's at 4-8. So 116 over 2 turns, 26 attack, and cleanses from all allies. Now, this guy was missing a bigger heal. So definitely Vaishali is sort of fitting the bill where he missed out. And that is in that regen. So it's a much higher regen. And if you do increase that, you're going to see it goes to 594. Oh, no, it's still 594. What am I saying? It's the same amount. So, regen of 594 over 3 turns, about 200 HP per turn. All allies get increased attack for 3 turns and cleanses status ailments from all allies, which is awesome. I mean, how many times do you get hit, like, within the first couple of turns with a massive cascade? Suddenly you've got this ridiculous corrosive poison or burn damage or whatever else you've got on your team, and you just can't get rid of it quick enough. So that's where Vaishali is going to find her niche. Now, on the second mana charge, she has a priority dispel, which is awesome. So she dispels buffs from all enemies, and all enemies receive 1,680 sand damage over 5 turns, which is a hell of a lot of sand damage. All enemies also get negative 45% attack for 5 turns. Now, that sand damage is important. If you do have somebody like Matilda, I always use Matilda alongside C-Rock, who does quite a bit of sand damage. It's not quite that much. Sorry for going out and back in, but I just want to sort of confirm this here. So here he is. So C-Rock, he does, yeah, it's quite a lot less actually. 816 sand damage over 4 turns and the negative defense. But Matilda over here, she gives poison damage, but the fiend that she gives the target an increased 50% damage from status ailments for those following 3 turns. And I found that with her and Costume Rock, you can basically destroy a whole team within those 3 turns. So, I mean, just looking at this hero, if you get her to second charge, 1,680 sand damage over 5 turns is humongous. So yeah, I mean, you might not even need to pair her up with a hero like Matilda, but that's just a little tidbit if you do. And if you can't already tell by now, I think this is an absolutely incredible hero. You've got the best of both worlds. Probably the best hero that we've had in the Magic Portal since Melina. I'm going to go ahead and say it. I mean, Melina's got that fast cleanse and the heal. She's got the fast cleanse and the heal, plus the attack boost. Yeah, it's a heal over time, but we can take that. We don't really mind, and it's very early on in the battle as well, so it should be okay. And then at the second charge, priority dispel is huge, because Melena's downfall is that if there are buffs up or counterattack up, she hits first and then dispels second. So she could take herself out potentially. Not going to happen with Vaishali. She's just an absolutely brilliant all-rounder. And yeah, a really, really good addition to the Magic family. The damage reduction, again, an awesome ether talent. So at the beginning of the battle, for the first 6 turns, all damage she receives is reduced by 10%. It's just another reason to want to max this hero out. Yeah, fantastic hero to start with. So the next one's got a lot to live up to, Vaishali. Absolutely love you. So congrats if you do manage to pull her. She's an insanely good hero. Now, the second hero we've got is called Jett. Jett Li. Freaking cool name, man. I don't think it is a man, though. It could be. I mean, who am I to judge? Interesting sort of outfit choice for a guy, but it could be either or. I really can't tell. So Jett is a dark hero of the wizard class. So chance to jinx, chance to deal 15% extra damage per active buff the enemies have. It's an okay ether talent. If we ever do see secondary costumes introduced for these guys, or superior talents introduced for these guys, then it's going to be insane. The family bonus is the same. The passive, the stack on the special is the same, but the secondary passive is not the same. So this secondary passive is the health recovery on special. It's the same as Willow has. So basically when the character casts his special skill, he's got a 50% chance to recover 15% health for all allies. If it's fully charged, the chance is 100%. That is a pretty decent passive, actually. I do really like it, and it does trigger quite a lot, and really makes for a good defensive hero, because you never know when the team's just going to suddenly, gain 15% health off of a passive, which is awesome. Now, in terms of the special skill for Jett, pardon me, guys. Oh, wait, let's just look at the stats real quick. So, yeah, a little bit more attacking. This one, 959 on the attack, 931 on the defense, 1668 on the health, for a total team power of 954. Very, very similar, very balanced stats across the board. And, I mean, you can play around with this hero all you like. I think there's no doubt in my mind that these new heroes are going to be really survivable. Let's just see with the limit breaks. Yeah, 1300. Massive attack, honestly. 1220 on the defense and 2190 on the health, and the attack up on the ether power. So at the start of the battle, he gets an additional 20% attack for 6 turns. Yep, it's all pretty useful. Nothing we haven't seen before so far, but pretty damn good in terms of the base, the passives, and the stats. Now, the special skill is Vapors of the Underworld. So why the purple heroes are always from the underworld, I don't know. But you can see he's got those stinky underworld vapors coming up from somewhere. So anyway, his special skill, first mana charge, he's going to deal 290% damage to the target. The target's going to receive 588 poison damage over 3 turns. That should increase with the limit breaks. Yeah, it does. So up to 801 poison damage over 3 turns. Oh, and the caster absorbs 100% of the dealt poison damage as health. Okay, so basically he's going to be pretty damn selfish on the first charge, although his passive could potentially heal the team for 15% health. He's going to deal that poison damage out, and he's going to absorb a total of 801 HP over the following 3 turns, because it's 100% of the dealt damage. It's, it's okay. It's not bad. I mean, there is a hit up front, there's poison damage, but he's a single target hitter. The fact that he's going to be healing himself is going to be really annoying, but you can cleanse that poison damage off, so you can kind of negate that secondary effect. And even with that high attack stat, I don't know if 290% is going to be enough. So not a huge fan of the first charge. Now let's move on to charge 2. So at second mana charge, and this is where things change. He deals 300% damage to all enemies. All enemies receive 995 poison damage over 5 turns. Not a huge fan of the fact that it's over so many turns, but 300% is a huge hit to the entire team. The caster and all their allies absorb 30% of dealt poison damage as health. Okay, that is pretty big. Because bear in mind your whole enemy team is going to be taking in the region of, let's call it 200 poison damage per turn. They're going to absorb 30% of that. What's 30% of 200? 60 per character per turn. So there's going to be quite a lot of healing going on, and there's going to be quite a lot of agony going on the opposition team, because they've just been pretty much smacked in the face, smacked down, left with this horrible poison damage. So I mean, there are a lot of counters though. I'm just thinking, you've got heroes like Kitty, like Knuckles, like Goldie, at the 4-star level, who can all reflect negative status ailments and heal, for the most part. So that's just going to throw a massive spanner in the works, because the poison damage isn't going to hit or stick. And it seems like Jett is extremely reliant on that poison damage. So the jury's still out on this guy. I mean, I do like the fact that he hits all for 300% damage, but at slow speed, we've got mega, multiple heroes. I mean, Khufu, for example, is going to hit for a much higher damage amount than that, and also potentially be leaving sand damage behind. I know it's not 995 over 5 turns, but it is still a pretty decent whack. And I'd probably rather have the higher upfront damage. So I think Jett's falling a little bit short for me, unfortunately. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that this is not gonna be that impactful of a hero. I don't think he's bad, but yeah, I think he's pretty average, pretty run of the mill in terms of what we're seeing at the moment in the game. So yeah, long story short, Vaishali is incredible. Absolutely brilliant hero. Ray, he's great. I've got him maxed, and he is absolutely brilliant as well. And he gets the same passive with the mana boost. To all allies, and that really does come in super handy, as well as the super fast dispel and the minus defense against fire. The second charge I've used quite a bit as well in battle when you're stuck. That health regeneration and cleanses all status ailments is great as well. He's kind of the inverse of Vaishali, with a couple of little extras added in there as well. So guys, honestly, these magic heroes are great. So I wish you guys all of the best of luck in your summons. Please do drop us a like. Let me know what you think about these new magic heroes in the comments. And please subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss the new hero updates. And if you find these videos helpful. So that's it for today. Good luck in the Magic Tower. I'll look forward to seeing you all again next time. Bye for now, guys.